are safe. Good fortune did not abandon us entirely. Despite many days of meditating and scrying, Sai Sahan's whereabouts still elude me. The projection that you witnessed in the Foundry of Woe showed him to be in great peril. If we are to find him, though Sai remains hidden from my sight, Lyris brings news that an agent of the enemy lurks in Vokelgard. Fear is on the lips of the people, darkness walks among them. Even a blind man can sense it. It is the hand of Menamarco. If it is truly an agent of Menamarco's worm cult, it may provide us with a clue that will hasten our search. Seek this agent, but tread carefully. The worm cult is a cult of necromancy, and the undead are fearsome opponents. Venture to Vokelgard, speak to the fisher, Medea, and the jungler Dirinor. It was on their lips that Lyris first heard the troubles lurking in the shadows. Locate this agent of evil. Return with any personal effects they carry with them.
This work never ends.
It's a fine day, isn't it? The fish are biting and the water is soothing. This one thinks you're a bit strange, hmm? Kidding. I am thinking I did see an Imperial man lurking around by the lighthouse, like skittish prey. He thinks I do not see him, but this one has a keen eye. About the stranger he once saw? This one is in the habit of minding his own business. Only the curious Whisker gets caught in the closing door.
Yeah!
I hope you're not expecting a performance. I had to sell off my equipment and instruments just to make ends meet. Times are tough, my friend. Funny you should ask. There was an odd-looking Imperial fellow in town a few days ago. He was asking about local burial grounds. Said he was trying to track down his great-aunt's remains. Yeah, right. And I'm Queen Irene's Chamberlain. Last I saw him, he was heading towards the lighthouse.
dare you trespass here?
What is the meaning of this interruption? Why have you contacted me? This is Abner Tharn. The Master and I are very busy. This had better be important. Wait a moment. I don't know your face. Identify yourself immediately. Yes, your report, you insipid twit. What, did you contact me by accident? Well, out with it. I don't have all day. Your disguise is terrible, by the way. You look like a character from a bad adventure novel. Are they? I didn't think that Redguard has-been had a single friend left. Not in this world, at any rate. Never fear. Sai Sahan is safely locked away. Even if they were to discover his location, attempting a rescue would be suicidal. Of course I do. But I'm not in the habit of revealing vital secrets to insipid lackeys. Now be gone. And if you contact me again without good reason, I shall contact your cell commander and have you properly thrashed for your ineptitude.
You've returned. What have you found? Abnathan shows his face again. I get the sense that he might have a larger part to play in the coming events, but for good or ill, I cannot say. Leave the orb with me. I shall be able to use it to locate Sai Sahan.
Hold a moment. Come here. We need to talk. I heard you and the Prophet talking about Abner Tharn. Didn't the Prophet tell you the story of the 5 companions? I don't know where to start. There's so much to tell. Abner Tharn is Grand Chancellor of the Elder Council, and Chief Advisor to his daughter, the Empress Regent. He is also Manimarco's toady. Tharn's first loyalty is to his family and the Empire, and he's a ruthless bastard when it comes to defending them. The Worm Cult obviously doesn't share those loyalties. Tharn would never trust them, but he's too much of a coward to betray them. Maybe. But what could we offer him? He's already got more gold than the gods themselves. We were chosen by Emperor Varen to join him on a quest to recover a lost artifact called the Amulet of Kings. The 5 included Varen, myself, a Red Guard named Sai Sahan, Abner Tharn, and the traitor Manimarco. You only know him as the man who killed you and stole your soul. But back then, he was Emperor Varen's most trusted advisor. It was Manimarco who convinced Varen to search for the Amulet of Kings. Varen wasn't a true Dragonborn Emperor. He didn't share Alessia's bloodline. Manimarco said the amulet could change all that. He said he could use it to perform a ritual that would turn Varen into a true Dragonborn. Well, the legend says that the Dragonfires were created from the blood of Akatosh and given to Saint Alessia. When a new Emperor is crowned, they're supposed to relight them to prove that they're a true heir of Alessia, one of the Dragonborn. It took us more than 2 years, but we finally recovered the amulet and returned to Cyrodiil to perform the ritual. Manimarco set us up. The ritual caused a violent explosion of magical energy. We lost Varen. Sai Sahan and I were declared outlaws. Manimarco convinced the Elder Council to recognize Abner Tharn's daughter Clivia as Empress Regent. But Manimarco was the true power behind the throne. Sai Sahan and I went into hiding. There was a bounty on our heads. I know it's a lot to take in. We'll talk more later. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye on the Prophet. Hopefully that orb will help him find out where Sai Sahan is being held. Once we know that, we can plan our next move.
Greetings.
Hello there.
It's good to see you, friend. You will always have a place aboard the Pride.
The Queen? Of course we can do this.
We shall set out for Haven at once, if you are ready. Where we left it, I'd hope. But come, join me for a drink. It's good luck to share a glass before a long voyage. Unless you can't handle this stuff, then you can meet us in Vulkelgard. How about a friendly wager? We match each other, glass for glass. Win, and you travel to Haven in the privacy of your own cabin. But if I win, you launder our clothes for the entire voyage. Deal? Ha! Deal! Bottoms up. And speaking of bottoms, my quartermaster prefers a crisp fold in his breeches.
The wood elven spinners do have magical powers, it's true. But in my research for Twin I found that much of their insight actually stems from a pervasive, some might say insidious, intelligence network.
Buying and selling.
Hail!
Greetings.
Quality wares.
Hello. I'm a guard. Suspicion.
My head feels like a thunderbug crawled inside it. But I did win our contest. Ablan will bring the laundry for you. Every morning. Yes. Well, I was hoping you'd forgotten that raunchy song about the Queen. But what else could I rhyme with Vulkelgard? Are you ready? And can you stop thinking so loudly? Yes. Yes, we'll cast off as soon as the Prowler... bloody pirates over the haven is under pirate attack. Worse, they climbed in through our portholes and breached the hull. I'll use their blood to swab the decks. Think they'll put more holes in my hull, do they? We had just finished repairs on the last ones. We can't shore up the keel with saboteurs around, but we spotted a soldier nearby. Looks like Khajiit Royal Guard and some refugees. We'll keep the pirates off our own backs. Head to that soldier and see if you...
Deck's clear, Captain. They're still fighting in the hold.
That ship. The Prowler, isn't it? I've heard tales of its captain and crew. If things weren't so dire, I'd hope to meet them. I'm uncertain. Lord Garashri brought my unit to Haven as part of our final training. But when we arrived, the city was under pirate attack. We worked with the fisherfolk to help the citizens escape jackdaws, a pirate band that raids throughout the long coast. But how could one pirate ship do so much damage? They shouldn't have taken the city at all, let alone as quickly as they did. The speaker for the Main, he brought my people into the Dominion. I'm lucky to serve in his private guard. He sought to introduce us to other lands and people of the Dominion. I do not think he meant our first journey to be there. I do not presume to know. He ordered me to protect the refugees on this island, while he rallies resistance inside the town. This one longs to fight by Lord Garashri's side. But I'm as fisherfolk. They were away from the port during the attack. The rest are refugees from Haven, mostly guards and merchants who escaped us. The speaker hoped to locate General Andare, but we could find no sign of her garrison. He feels the city's defense is our responsibility. But there are few of us. Please, find Lord Gareshri. Help take Haven back from the pirates. This one, I do not know. Not exactly. I only know what I must protect. But Lord Gareshri spoke with some refugees before he left. The merchant Narel, and Corinway, who leads the fisherfolk.
When I went to bed last night, I dreamed of a fully laden ship docking in the harbor. I thought he was wading through the swamp with a handful of soldiers. They looked greener than the water. But good luck to the Cat Lord, I say. To the other end of the marsh. I've only seen the place from the Haven docks. Never thought I'd wade through it. If you're headed after the Cat Lord, cross the marsh and make for the walls. I'd wager he's by the gate. One moment, I was nearly asleep, and the next, I heard yelling. I looked outside and saw raiders with torches, so I leapt out the window and ran. That's right, completely nude all the way here. I've never seen it before this evening. I've sent apprentices there for alchemical supplies. Had I known it was crawling with Horvor, I would have increased their stipends. But not by much.
Hail.
I'm hopeless. I'm ruined. I thought running an inn would be safer than sailing a merchant scow. And yet pirates...
Always pirate. I was short on some supplies. I planned to meet with a trader to restock. Then pirates. Everyone ran in different directions. I heard some... My workers. They're like family. The kind that doesn't know their way around a marsh. Not like you. Hey, if you run across them, would you mind keeping them safe? Especially Kazuli, my cook.
Not a moment too soon.
Thank you. I need to get out of this place.
I can't thank you enough. Kazuli ran to Haven for help. If you see her, tell her we're safe.
Greetings.
Without the weight of numbers, we can't retake Haven by direct assault. The key to victory is the fort. Sharp-clawed, that one. It's why I left her in charge. This has been enlightening training cruise for my soldiers. I wanted to show them life outside of elsewhere. For them to see what it means to be a Dominion citizen. I never expected this. Ah, yes. The great General Andari. I wanted to introduce my soldiers to a real Dominion hero. Shame that she's gone. Pulled her fearsome Jade Dragoons out of town before we arrived, and left the place defenseless. A question for another time. Right now, we need to deal with these pirates. Jackdaws, they call themselves. We spotted a few giving orders to the... We must know why have the Jackdaws lingered in Haven. What do they plan for its citizens? Take my notebook and find the Jackdaw lieutenants. Make note of anything they say which gives us a clearer understanding. I can't see why not. If they're of any importance to the Jackdaw's captain, they'll have written orders. As long as we learn their plans, I don't care how you do it.
Please, will you help me?
I can't believe it. All these soldiers, and not a decent mess kit among them. If only I'd returned with some supplies. Truly, this is wonderful. Please, accept a meager payment for your trouble. And if a strangler-infested marsh, our profits aren't enough to cover Haven's taxes on the inn. We have a side business to make up the difference. With the destruction caused by the pirates, I'm late making a delivery. Well, there are things people want which aren't illegal. Not exactly. But which the Dominion dislikes. Look, the pirates took some goods used